Hey Gemini, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ray. Today we'll be looking at your detailed tarot reading predictions for the month of May 2023, so let's get started. Okay, Gemini, starting off with the Four of Cups in your current situation. This is the energy that you are entering into with March. In terms of career and finances, I feel like you have a lot on your plate right now. We do have two stress cards here with the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Swords. This energy of feeling very distracted with the Four of Cups here. For some of you, there could be like piling deadlines or something like that, or some sort of confusion in terms of your career and finances, especially if there's an opportunity coming your way that will require you to take on more responsibilities. With this Six of Coins here, I am seeing some sort of financial inheritance for some of you, or some sort of promotion or financial increase, possibly a raise. But with that extra workload is going to come extra stress for some of you. So just be aware of that before you make that choice. In terms of personal relationships, I'm seeing a lot of past energy here with the Six of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. For some of you, this could be just a situation from the past being brought back, facing your own past, facing a fear of your history. For some of you, this could be a literal person coming forward. It doesn't have to be an ex or a romantic relationship, so take it how it resonates. It could be an old friend that you had a falling out with, or a difficult relationship with a family member. But for some of you, there could be somebody coming forward to offer you an apology. But either way, there's an opportunity coming for you, Gemini, in May. And I feel like you're going to have to do a lot of thinking. I'm kind of seeing you withdrawing your energy emotionally so that you can take the time and the space that you need to think before making this choice. In your crossing, you have the Magician, and your advice for May is to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. So, in terms of personal relationships, Gemini, the answer is going to be different for all of you. For those of you who are not interested in a past person at all, then you might just choose to, clear the air with this person, right? To offer them some closure, bury the hatchet, squash the beef, make sure that there's no hard feelings so that the both of you can move on and move forward with your lives, knowing that everything is good between you and there's no drama or past baggage. For those of you who are interested in reconciling with a past person, you're going to need to put work in though, okay? You can't just sweep the past under the rug. You have to have really difficult conversations about what went wrong, or where you need to change your behavior, or where the other person needs to change their behavior, and you're both going to have to make the effort to make this work. But the Magician is a very powerful person here. The Magician makes things happen. So I feel like there is potential for those of you who are interested in a past person for this to move forward or to begin again. But again, not without effort, because the Magician is a hard worker. The Magician is inventive. They know how to come up to solutions to their issues and their problems. They know how to make things work. In terms of career and finances, I feel like this might be an opportunity that you are manifesting, Gemini, around you right now, because you've been putting in that hard work with the Magician here. Like I said, you know how to find those solutions to problems. And for those of you who are getting the recognition that you deserve, it's like it's finally coming through for you because you've been working on manifesting this for a long time, because you've been putting in so much effort towards it. At your base, you have the Two of Wands, known as the Two of Spears in this deck. But again, I feel like this is here's the rub, Gemini, okay? You have a choice to make, like I said. You have to decide. You're at a crossroads right now, Gemini, and you have multiple opportunities coming your way for some of you, multiple offers. For those of you who are dating around right now, this could even be multiple offers in love. Some of you might be choosing between a past person and just moving on and looking for new love. Some of you might already be seeing a new person and you have to make a choice there. Or possibly some of you are in a current connection, I'm hearing, and your past is kind of coming back to haunt you in some way. Like there's that lingering energy there that you need to clear out. But I'm kind of hearing that you want to advance, okay? And for some of you, that could be advancing your position in your career and finances. I feel like most of you are more interested in exploring your prospects right now and keeping your options open. In your past, you have the Queen of Coins. Male, female, take it how it resonates. Some of you could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could also be your energy if you are on the cusp with Taurus and Gemini, so take it how it resonates. For some of you, this could have to do with your relationship with your mother or a mother figure in your life or some sort of parent or parental figure. I am hearing that message for some of you that this could be your relationship with like your immediate family rather than a family that you're creating for yourself into your future. And some of you might have had a difficult relationship with a parent here, and you need to make more effort towards that if that relationship has been strained in some way by some sort of childhood trauma or difficult thing that happened to you or your mother in their past. But I'm kind of seeing you very focused on this coin here, okay, in whatever way that represents for you. Some of you are just focused on your career and your finances right now, just getting into that Queen of Coins energy and staying on top of things, being financially independent. Some of you might be focused on your education if you're still a student or you're thinking of going back to school. Some of you, I'm also hearing the message of home. Like you could be in the middle of like creating a home for yourself right now, like making the effort for yourself, showing up for yourself on a financial and a spiritual level. You know what I mean? Like trying to create that strong foundation so that you can be independent. For those of you who are interested in this offer from this person, this might be an offer from a current connection for some of you, I'm hearing as well, but there might be past baggage getting in the way that you need to address here. If you want this commitment to move forward with this person, because I am seeing potential, like I said with that Magician card, the offer is stable and secure, okay? And some of you can build on this together, but it feels like somebody has to let go of the past in order for this to move forward. That could be literally cutting off a past person, or for some of you, it could be letting go of a fear of the past, especially if there's a commitment phobe here. In your crowning thoughts, you have the Hierophant. This is more Taurus energy. And I feel like for some of you, I'm hearing that you want something more conventional, want something more traditional. In terms of career and finances, that can represent, like, some of you might work for some sort of larger institution, or again, some of you could be a student if you're going back to school. I'm seeing like government jobs for some of you. You might work a more traditional Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 office job, and there's nothing wrong with that. You might be very committed to what you're doing. Like it's not just a job to you, you're passionate about it, it fuels you emotionally, you find it fulfilling, and that's just where your focus is right now, and you're trying to advance your position in this field. So you're very focused and dedicated to doing the work and making the effort to get that acknowledgement from your peers and from your higher ups. In terms of personal relationships, I feel like, again, you want something more stable here with this Queen of Coins, okay? You don't want the instability or imbalanced relationships that you've had in the past. You want to know that this is something worth more commitment, something going to be long lasting, maybe marriage potential for some of you. Because I feel like you're not interested in playing games right now, Gemini. I feel like you're not interested in wasting your time. And if this is a past person coming back around, you want to make sure that their apology is sincere. In your immediate future, you have the Six of Swords. Like I said, somebody has to let go of something here in order for this to move forward. Okay, this could be letting go of a pattern or a specific way of thinking in the workplace, especially with that inventive magician energy, that powerful place of being able to find solutions to problems. For some of you, if this is about your career and finances, I'm getting the side message that you have a very unique, creative way of thinking that this business or this company might not be used to, but that creativity is going to help you move forward because it feels like with this Hierophant energy and this Queen of Coins here, whatever you're doing right now, like the people around you may have been used to working in a very specific way for so long that it's become like tedious or boring. You have the potential of coming up with new ideas here, so trust the process, okay? Because I feel like that's what sets you apart in your field. In terms of personal relationships, somebody has to let go of the past, okay? This could be a past person. This could be the past between you and a specific person if the two of you want to move forward together and start over. This could have been a long distance relationship for some of you because this is a travel card as well. I'm seeing distance here that could also represent emotional distance, especially if this is a past person that you haven't spoken to in a while. Communication here might be poor or possibly blocked entirely for some of you who are not even interested in hearing from this person. And for those of you who have this past person blocked, or they're not in your life at all, you might just have to work on, again, really clearing out that past energy and letting go of that baggage fully. And that's what you're focused on right now, your career and your healing process. But I'm kind of feel like in May you're going through a transition, Gemini, okay? Because this is a growth period for you. And for some of you that represents financially, like I'm seeing with all these coins on the table, Queen of Coins, Six of Coins, Knight of Coins, you might be very focused on your sense of financial independence right now, on advancing your position in your career. And for some of you, there could even be a relocation involved, I'm hearing, or you might travel a lot for work. I'm also getting a side message of healing for some of you. This is not going to resonate for everybody. If you already know that you suffer from some sort of physical or mental ongoing health issue, I'm also seeing that you might want to focus on your literal healing in May, Gemini, especially if you're like going to therapy or you've been doing a lot of shadow work. I'm seeing like physical healing for some of you. Like I'm hearing the word recovery. Some of you, I'm seeing like a nutrition plan or an entirely new workout routine that you're experiencing, making sure that you're focusing on healing and taking care of your physical body as well. And again, I'm hearing for some of you, this is just about making the effort for yourself. You're hoping for the Six of Coins. I'm seeing you going with the flow in May, Gemini, being open minded and open hearted to any new opportunities that come your way with this Queen of Coins here, being on top of things, getting things done. I'm also hearing in terms of personal relationships, especially because the character on these two cards are the same, Gemini, and this is the Game of Thrones deck, I know. So I'm hearing for some of you, this is about like balance. This is about giving and receiving, especially in terms of personal relationships. Like if something that you've been through in the past is that your romantic connections tend to be very imbalanced, like you're the generous one who does all the giving and you tend to be with people who do all the taking, you need to make sure that you are putting in just as much effort as the other person is. That's something that you're very focused on moving forward on your healing journey. For some of you, that might be part of the lesson that you have to learn in love in order to improve your relationships. I'm seeing a huge shift in prosperity for you. And again, for some of you, that could be literal financial prosperity. For some of you, this could be about your sense of emotional prosperity and feeling fulfilled within yourself or making the effort for the other person. I'm also hearing for some of you in terms of love languages, you or this person, somebody here, there might be like gift giving involved, especially if somebody is very wealthy or successful in business, like they actually have a lot of money. This person's love language might involve like spoiling people and making sure that they're taken care of. In the other person's perspective, you have the 10 of Wands. Now, there's the ending of a cycle here, Gemini, that's happening in your life right now in May. And like I said, with that Six of Swords, this is a transition. You might be focused on tying up loose ends right now. In terms of your general environmental factors, again, for some of you, this could just be work stress, especially if you're advancing your position in some way. You might have a lot of extra stuff on your plate. I'm getting this sense of like duty and responsibility, feeling obligated to fulfill certain tasks. Because when you advance in your career, you also take on more workload. So for some of you, this could just be a lot of stress building up. Make sure that you're not overworking and burning yourself out. You still need to make time to relax and make the effort for yourself too, in terms of your career and finances. Remember to practice self love and to make sure that you're never overexerting yourself, okay? In terms of personal relationships, this might have been the reason why this fell apart in the first place if this was a past person. Somebody started to feel like, and I feel like this is the other person's energy, but take it how it resonates, it could be yours. Somebody here started to feel like this connection was a burden, and they wanted to drop that baggage. Somebody started thinking that this connection was more stress than it was worth, that this was not worth fighting for anymore. This could also be what you are deciding in terms of thinking about the past. It feels like you're finally ready to drop that burden. and to let go and to move forward, because this is not your baggage to carry anymore, okay? Especially in terms of past people. If there is somebody coming back around here and offering you an apology, Gemini, but you feel like this person really never made an effort for you in the first place, like you were for them, you're not responsible for taking care of this person, especially if they're not ready to help take care of you back, you know? You're not responsible for changing or fixing or saving someone, especially if that person does not want to change, does not want to be fixed, does not want to be saved. I'm getting this aspect here of like almost a child adult dynamic instead of adult adult in this personal relationship, especially with this like child energy here, right? You don't have to raise your partner, right? You're not their parent, especially with that aspect of like mothering that I got earlier with the Queen of Coins. You're not your person's babysitter, you're not your person's therapist. For some of you, what's changed here, or what changed between the two of you in the past, is that the relationship dynamic itself is what changed. And that's what changed somebody's feelings toward the other person. In your strength, you have the Knight of Coins. I'm seeing you going through an upgrade right now, Gemini, okay? You are growing from the Knight of Coins to the Queen of Coins. You're glowing up, okay? You're leveling up, you're upgrading your life. I'm seeing you very dedicated to these coins, okay? Dedicated to yourself, very focused on making the effort for yourself financially and spiritually and coming into that strong, independent energy. In terms of personal relationships, again, I am seeing potentially a past person coming forward here and offering you something. But for those of you who are dealing with a past person, it feels like you outgrew this person, right? Especially with that dynamic that I was talking about earlier, where you are just more mature than this person is, Gemini. Because you're coming through as the powerful queen, and this person is a knight. Like, this person might have also been a player in the past for some of you. That might have been one of the reasons why this fell apart in the first place. They might have been keeping their options open, playing the field. But it feels like you grew up, and they just didn't. In your outcome, you have the Nine of Swords. Now, understandably so, Gemini, for whatever reason, whether this is a past person or a current connection, and there might be some conflict here between the two of you. If this is a current connection, you might be going through a rough patch right now. Or if this is like a current connection, this could just be, again, you might be getting triggered with this stressful, anxious Nine of Swords here, okay? There's something that you're very worried and stressed about. Even if it's not with the current person, it could be something relating to your past. Like there's something here involving the reopening of old wounds, right? Situations from your past being brought back in some way. And it's causing a lot of stress and anxiety right now. You might not trust this person, or this could be about having trust issues because of potentially childhood traumas for some of you or past baggage from previous relationships. But let's clarify. Clarifying the Ten of Wands is the King of Coins. Now, first of all, I'm seeing a double message here. Both the Six of Coins and the King of Coins are about that abundance, that attainment, that prosperity. Okay. And with this Ten of Wands here, again, for those of you who are focused on your career and finances right now in May, Gemini, it feels like you might be taking on more work, okay? If you're advancing your position or if you're putting in a lot of effort to try to get some sort of promotion or raise, again, remember to make time for yourself too. Remember to make the effort for yourself, not just make the effort for other people. There's a message here about trying to find balance between your home life and your work life, okay? Trying to make sure that you're still taking care of yourself while taking care of whatever needs to be done or taking care of other people. I'm also seeing in terms of personal relationships, we have the King and the Queen of Coins both here now. So again, for some of you, this could just be you balancing out your own energies and staying on top of your game, on top of your career and finances. For those of you who are looking for a relationship reading, this could be a very strong soulmate connection, whether a current connection or a past person. But what's getting in the way between the two of you moving forward here is this Ten of Wands, is the past, okay? It might literally be the past for some of you, or it could be the idea of the past again. If this is a current connection, and there was deception here in the past. It feels like the two of you might be going through a rough patch right now, and you need to really get back on the same page. Have an open ended, honest discussion about what you need from each other. Communication needs to improve, especially if there's trust issues here. If this is a past person, you need to decide if you're willing to trust them again and give them another chance. Clarifying the Nine of Swords is the Two of Pentacles. Like I said, we have two twos now, okay? Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. You need to make a decision. You're at a crossroads, Gemini, okay? And you need to remember to find that balance in terms of career and finances, balancing your daily affairs, making sure where your priorities lie, okay? For some of you, what you might need to help is just like a simple to-do list, okay? Like lining up all of your deadlines, figuring out what do I need to finish first, that kind of thing. And sometimes, depending on the day, if somebody else reaches out to you and is like, hey, I need help with this, you might have to shift those priorities, all right? In terms of general career and finances, again, trying to find that balance so that you're not constantly stressing yourself out. For some of you, a couple of rules that you might want to try implementing is only answering emails during work hours. For some of you, I find that that helps me a lot. Like, I'm only going to answer emails in between 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, right? And that might help you find that balance. If somebody emails you after 5 p.m. on a Tuesday, too bad. You're not going to look at it until 9 a.m. on Wednesday. If somebody emails you after 5 p.m. on a Friday, too bad. They missed the window. You're not even going to look at it until Monday morning. Another trick is to like list 5 priorities that you want to do for that day. And if you even manage 3 out of 5, like majority or half of that list, to give yourself a pat on the back. You did a lot of work today, okay? Sometimes it's about the little things and how those little things all pile up to let you know that you are moving forward. Because for a lot of you, I'm seeing this as just like a general stress energy, like you don't know how to organize yourself properly. And that's what's kind of like setting you back in terms of being able to get things done because you feel like you don't have enough time for everything in the day. Well, then you need to prioritize what needs to be done first, and you need to figure out what those priorities are. In terms of personal relationships, again, King of Coins, Queen of Coins. This could be a soulmate connection. But if the two of you are going to move forward together, you have to find that balance, okay? Whatever this past energy is here between the two of you, whatever these trust issues are about, you need to make a choice. Are you going to trust them again? Okay, Gemini, I feel like those are the messages that you needed to hear for May 2023. You can comment down below if this message resonates or like this video to let me know. That engagement helps me a lot. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to this channel and make sure you click that bell if you never want to miss out every time I upload another tarot reading for you. You can follow me on all my socials if you're interested. I post a lot of stuff on there that you're not going to see on YouTube. Links will be in the description box down below, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye, Gemini.